Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric, and today I thought we'd kind of go into lawnmower blades in general. What are their uses? What are the pros? What are the cons? And the different brands that are out there. So we'll first start off with what are the different types of blades for lawnmowers out there. And we can start off with what they call a low lift. It doesn't have much lift when it's mowing. This is a medium, and if you can see from there to there of how much more of an arc it has, the the higher the lift, the more suction it gets, so that you can use it for like baggers. And then you have what they call the high lift, which is even higher than the medium. Most of your low lift blades are good if you're dealing with, because they have the straight blade too, but the straight blade and the low lifts and the medium lifts are good on sandy soils where you don't need to have that lift and cut. All right. And then we come to mulching blades. And what's the purpose of a mulching blade? Just what it says. It's cutting the grass and mulching it back into the soil as mulch in your yard. So you're not looking so much with these for having a bagger on your unit, right? You're just looking to cut it and mulch it into the ground, into the soil. And there's different styles. This is the high lift, or this is the mulching blade. This here is a lower mulching blade. And then this is an upper mulching blade. As you can see, I mean, these here for Hondas, they're going to look a little different, depending on what they are. And then lastly, you have what they call the Gator Blade. And what we find, we sell a lot of lawnmower blades online. And most of our landscapers are now running the heavier mulching blades, okay? But for your typical homeowner, I would suggest that you put on new blades every year if you're doing any kind of a yard, all right? And is it okay to sharpen them? Yeah, it's fine if you know what you're doing. Just be careful and wear the proper safety gear, because you're going to be using a grinder, right, to touch them up. But you got to be careful that you don't throw the balance out of whack. If you grind too much on the one side and not the other, it's not level, it's not balanced. So you may start getting a vibration in that unit by how you sharpened it. And there are tools available for shops, and you can buy, I think through Oregon that we sell them, they're like a little pyramid, and you just set the blade on it and spin it and watch it to see if it wavers any, to see if there's one side is off compared to the other. Now, when it comes to lawnmower blades, what do I recommend to our customers? All right, I like Oregon, Stens, and rotary. Sten's blades are coming from a company called Blanc. And you can tell the difference when you see a Blanc blade, because they are heavy. They're made for durability. You're going to pay a little bit more, but you're getting quality, and it's going to last you a lot longer. The cheaper ones are like the ones that are pressed. You see how thin this is compared to how thick that is. That blade's going to last a heck of a lot longer than this blade. Oregon puts out a decent blade. It's pretty much same as what I classify as Stens. Well, we ran into, when we first got into it, we got a batch, and I'll be honest, it came from Stens. And it wasn't Sten's fault, but they ended up getting a large batch of blades that hadn't gone through their second heat treatment, is all I can figure. Because you could flex the blades. instead of having them be rigid. And we started having customer after customer coming back saying that they needed another blade because their blade had bent. And what was happening on the units was, see, this should be rigid if you've got it set right. What was happening is it was flexing as they were mowing, and it flexed enough so that this actually would hit the ground and it would allow it to bend it right around. It was terrible. And we came good on a lot of those blades on our own to our customers. And Sten's caught it pretty quickly that they got a bad batch. But that's the only bad thing I've seen so far with lawnmower blades. You can get them Tractor Supply, Walmart for your commons, and through almost any small engine repair business that sells retail. We sell blades right here. We keep a lot on hand, different types. You got to know what your lawnmower takes for a mower blade. And if you don't know, a lot of times with the Cub Cadets, if you lift up the hood, it's right there underneath the hood. Tells you the part number of the blade, whether it's a high lift, low lift, or mulching, whichever one you want. Your low lift, standing alone. High lift is when you're trying to put it into a bagger. Mulching is when you're trying to get it cut and back into the ground. So I hope that helps a little bit on more understanding on the different types of blades. Thanks for watching.